Did you know that a single bad splice can lose you more money in troubleshooting than the cost of the machine itself? If you're tired of inconsistent arcs and alignment errors slowing down your fiber installs, you're in the right place. You need a tool that works as hard as you do, but the market is flooded with budget options that just don't deliver. Today, we're cutting through the marketing fluff to find the 5 best Fusion Splicer machines actually worth your investment. I'm giving you a 100% honest breakdown based on real-world reliability, battery life, and splice loss. No sponsored bias, just the facts. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which machine fits your specific workflow and your budget. Let's get into it. Number 5. SAIVXIAN A80S. So if you're doing fiber installs all day, this thing actually makes your life easier. I've been using the SAIVXIAN A80S on regular FTTH jobs, and what I noticed first is how smooth the workflow feels. You splice, heat, move on. No waiting around, no babysitting it. The battery's solid too. I can go through a full day of small jobs without stressing about charging. What I really like is how fast it gets me in and out of a job. When you've got multiple houses to finish, that matters. What I don't love? It's strictly single mode. If you deal with multi-mode often, this isn't your machine. Honestly, it's great for independent techs or small crews. If you're a big telecom company wanting premium brand support, maybe look elsewhere. Number 4. COMPTYCO FS60F. Last month, I was halfway through a long day of fiber installs when my old splicer started acting up. The battery was dying and I still had 2 houses left. That's when I switched to this new Fusion Splicer. The first thing I noticed was how smooth the day felt. I'd splice, heat, set it on the cooling rack, and move on. The screen was big enough that I wasn't squinting even in a dim hallway, and not having to carry a separate fault tester saved space in my bag. I really appreciated the battery. It lasted the whole day. The only downside? You do have to keep an eye on the electrodes after heavy use. If you're in the field daily, it's a solid choice. Number 3. COMPTYCO A5. Ever been halfway through a fiber job and realized you're carrying too many tools? That used to be me. Splicer in one case, fault tester in another, power meter somewhere at the bottom of the van. Switching to this Fusion Splicer simplified my day. It handles the splice, checks the line, and keeps moving without much fuss. On regular FTTH installs, that kind of flow matters. What I appreciate most is the battery. I can get through a full day without hunting for an outlet. The only downside? You do have to stay on top of electrode wear after heavy use. If you're a field tech working daily, it makes sense. If you're doing high-end backbone work, you might want something more specialized. Number 2. SignalFire AI9. I'll be honest, this is the kind of splicer I wish I'd bought sooner. After using it on regular field jobs, what stands out isn't just the speed, it's the consistency. It boots up almost instantly, splices quickly, and just keeps moving. When you're bouncing between houses or fixing a roadside break, that smooth workflow matters more than flashy specs. I also appreciate how tough it feels. Rain, dust, tight cabinets, it handles real conditions without drama. That said, it's not a top-tier enterprise machine. If you're doing ultra-sensitive backbone work, you might want something more specialized. But for everyday installs and repairs, it's reliable, practical, and gets the job done without slowing you down. And that's what counts. Number 1. SAIVXIA15F. I used the SAIVXIA15F on a week of home fiber installs, small houses, tight wall boxes, ladders all day. It's light. That matters more than people think. Moving between rooms and floors felt easier. Setup was simple. It runs automatically, so I didn't have to fight with settings during routine jobs. The biggest strength is portability. It doesn't wear you down over a long shift. The weakness is positioning. It feels more entry to mid-level. If you're doing backbone or high-precision data center work, you may want something more advanced.
For FTTH techs and small contractors, it makes sense. For large telecom projects or ultra-low loss environments, probably not.
All right, that's a wrap on our look at the 5 best Fusion Splicer machine. I hope this gave you a clearer idea of what to look for. If you want to dive a little deeper, I've dropped some links in the description that you might find helpful. No pressure, just some extra info. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.